Hey class, so today I will be discussing the topic of conflict and conflict resolution. The reason why I chose to do conflict review over conflict was because I believe conflict is kind of given a bad rep on what it is. I believe that a lot of people commonly believe that conflict leads to inevitable chaos and should be avoided at all costs. But I believe that the opposite is actually true for that. I believe that in moderation, of course, conflict can be used for a beneficial purpose in meeting halfway and resolving any issues. So the definition of what conflict is, in the rough definition would be that an expressed struggle between two parties in which they perceive incompatible goals. So now, given that definition of what conflict is, I I can guarantee you that at least all of you guys have at least dealt with some type of conflict in your life once. I know I have, whether that is with friends, family, romantic relationships, anything along those lines can definitely lead to conflict, no matter how small or how big they arise. Um, so the topic suggests that a wise person who handles conflict should go into, the conflict resolution clear-headed, inwardly strong, and as well as willing to meet the opposing party halfway. So this is definitely important because when you're going into conflict, you want to be clear-minded. You want to have an intermediate of your emotions and an equilibrium of your emotions. And then also you want to have a strong stance on where you are, what you want is definitely important as well. That way you guys can compromise and see what you are willing to give up and what is more important for you to meet in the middle. And then lastly, like I had mentioned, definitely going into the conversation or the resolution with the mindset that you may need to compromise and you may need to meet a person halfway is definitely important. So, given that, the different types of methods in which you can handle conflict total up to be a sum of three. So, those methods include kind of what I've already mentioned before: seek to understand and then be understood. So this is really important. So if you go into a conflict resolution and you go to meet that person and you open up and you let them in to your thoughts and you let them kind of like open your ear to them and allow them to explain their stance, their position, their reasoning, they're more likely to reciprocate that back to you, and they're more likely to open their ear and allow you to express your concerns and your reasoning and so on. And that way you guys aren't at a steelhead and nobody's willing to budge and everybody's stuck on stubborn. So it's definitely really important. I believe that people should also focus on their needs rather than their stance or position. So I believe that a good example of this would be a lot of controversial issues in today's society, specifically in the media, such as women's reproductive health rights, as well as gay marriage. So this is kind of giving you, what I got from this is that it's kind of giving you the idea that if it's not directly affecting you and your needs, then it's not kind of that important in a sense. Like, don't put so much energy into it if it's not directly affecting what your needs are. So that there's that method as well. And then lastly, use a mediator. So a mediator is somebody that is an outside source, somebody who is an outside party who isn't affected by what the decision or what outcome is to arise between the conflict resolution. This can be a friend, another family member, or back to the whole relationship idea. Marriage counselors or couple therapists are definitely an example of a mediator between two opposing sides as well. So, kind of bringing this all together again, the Chinese characterize the definition of conflict into two kind of terms. They categorize it into danger as well as opportunity. So obviously, like I said before, everybody kind of has a stigma of conflict and danger and chaos. That's obviously if you don't have good communication skills, if you're not using the methods that I had mentioned before, that can definitely lead to danger. And if you're, in leading into more animosity in between two parties. However, if you do use, the methods that I had mentioned before, and you have good communication skills, I believe that that can greatly affect and may even strengthen a relationship. Um, so in all, I believe that conflict can be good and beneficial in moderation, and along with good communication skills as well. So that is my mini lecture on conflict. Thank you.